Page 93. Exercise 3. Grammar focus. Comparisons with adjectives.
Which country is larger, Canada or China?
Canada is larger than China.
Which city has the largest population, Tokyo, Mexico City, or Sao Paulo?
Tokyo has the largest population of the three.
What is the most beautiful mountain in the world?
I think Mount Fuji is the most beautiful.
Adjective. Comparative. Superlative.
Long. Longer. The longest.
Dry, drier, the driest.
Big. Bigger. The biggest.
Famous, more famous, the most famous.
Beautiful. More beautiful. The most beautiful.
Good, better, the best.
Bad. Worse. The worst.
Comparisons with adjectives. In this lesson, we will have comparison and superlative. You compare one, and you compare comparison between one and group. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. Which country is larger, Canada or China? Canada is larger than China. So here we compare Canada and China. China and Canada. But Canada is larger than China in the surface. Which city has the largest population? Population, the number of people. Tokyo, Mexico City, or Sao Paulo? Tokyo has the largest population of the three. So we have here, you compare between one and the group, Tokyo and Mexico City and Sao Paulo. So we have three cities, Tokyo, Mexico City and Sao Paulo. What is the most beautiful mountain in the world? Mount Fuji is the most beautiful. Mount Fuji is the most beautiful. So you compare between Mount Fuji, mountain, and all other mountains all over the world. Adjective, comparative, superlative. Comparative, comparison between one and one. So you make a comparison between two. Superlative, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. One and group. Long, longer, the longest. Dry, the adjective ends with Y, and there is a consonant before the Y sound, the Y, so it's not a vowel. Vowels A, E, I, O, U, but here we have R. Dry, drier, the driest. Dry, drier than the driest. Y becomes I, and we add ER. Drier, driest, I-E-S-T. So we delete Y, we omit Y, we remove Y, and we put I-E-R or I-E-S-T. Big, bigger, the biggest. Big, bigger, double G. The biggest, double G-E-S-T. Here there is vowel before the last letter. The last letter is G. And before the G we have I. We have a vowel. Vowel A-E-I-O-U. So we double the last letter. Big, bigger, the biggest. Famous, more famous, the most famous. Famous, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. Most of time we use more and most with adjectives that have more than 6 letters. 6 letters and more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is number 1. Number 2, In this adjective, you will find two vowels, two separate vowels, at least two separate vowels, like fe, this is a, mas, and here we have o, and they are separate, they are not next to each other. Famous, a and o-u-s, okay. Beautiful, beautiful, more beautiful, the most beautiful, beautiful. You have here vowels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vowels. Yes, so this adjective has a lot of vowels. Beautiful, more beautiful, the most beautiful. Irregular adjectives do not follow the rule. An adjective good should be what? Gooder, er, goodest, but no. Here in the adjective good, better, the best. Better, T soft D and R, better. The best. Bad, worse, the worst. Bad, worse than, the worst. Again, we're going to explain this in this PowerPoint presentation. Adjectives. 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 Why use adjectives? We use adjectives to describe. Describe, give details. Describe people, animals, things, anything, buildings, cars, mobiles. Example, Ahmed is short. Ali is tall. Elephants are big. BMW is expensive. So, how can we make a sentence with adjective? You have here is, are. So you have subject, is, are, plus adjective. Ahmed is a short boy. Ahmed is a short boy. Short boy. Ali is a tall boy. Elephants are big animals. Elephants are big animals. BMW is an expensive car. BMW is an expensive car. Here I can put adjective, tall, big, expensive, plus noun, boy, animals, car. Singular, like boy or car, I can put a and adjective plus a singular noun. Singular noun, one. A tall boy, one boy who is tall, a tall boy. An expensive car, one car which is expensive. Comparative and superlative adjective. When do you use comparison? The usage of comparative. We use comparative to compare one thing or one person, one action with another. So we use comparison to compare between two, one and one. Example, she's taller than me. She's taller than me. London is more expensive than Rome. London is more expensive than Rome. So here, taller than, I make comparison, I compare London and Rome. Why do you use superlative? Usage of superlative, we use superlatives to compare somebody or something with the whole group. Example, she's the tallest in the class. It's the most expensive hotel in the world. It's the most expensive hotel in the world. The question is, how can we make this comparison? What is the rule? To make comparative adjectives, you're going to have what? Small adjective. 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. So number 1, you can count the letters. 3, 4, 5, 6. Most of time, less than 6 letters. The country is safe. And then you put what? ER. I have here another E. And then so we put only R. The country is safer. Safer than the city. So here we have small adjective, ER, than. The city is more expensive than the country. The country here means the countryside, villages. So how can I form this? More big adjective. What means big adjective? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 letters. A lot of letters. Plus than. Another thing here, that the small adjective will have only one vowel. Okay? The big adjective, 2 vowels in separate parts. Like expensive, E vowel, E, I. 3 vowels here. The 4 is silent. But safer, safe, S-A-F and E is silent. So we have only one vowel. The superlative adjective. The superlative adjectives write the small adjective 3, 4, 5, 6 letters plus est. Ahmed is the tallest in the class. Ahmed is the tallest student in the class. The most plus big adjective 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 letters. Very big adjective, more than 6 letters. She's the most beautiful girl. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 letters. This is big adjective. We have also here vowels, E-A-U, B-U. Here we have T-I and U. So I have vowels here, another vowel I, a third area we have full, U. So here we have more than 2 vowels. This is why I use the most. The most interesting movie is على باب الوزير. The most exciting play is مدرسة المشاغبين. So مدرسة المشاغبين is the most exciting play. Irregular adjective. Some adjectives are irregular. They don't follow the rule. We don't put ER or EST. Good. I should say gooder and goodest, but no. Good, better than the best. Bad, worse than, the worst. Far, further than, the farthest. Again, good, better than, the best. Bad, worse than, the worst. Far, farther than, the farthest. If the adjective ends with Y, busy, Y, noisy, dry, we do what? Busy, busier, IER. We cross Y and then we add ER, busier. Busier than, the busiest, IEST. Noisy, noisier, IER, noisier, noisiest. Dry, drier than, the driest. These are adjectives that ends in Y. So, in case of having an adjective that ends in Y, you will change Y into I. We'll change the Y into I and we'll put ER or EST. What about if the adjective ends with a consonant and there is vowel before it, like beg? Before the last letter, I, hot, O, wet, E. Beg, bigger than, the biggest. Hot, hotter than, the hottest. Wet, wetter than, the wettest. So here we double the last letter, like double G, bigger, hotter, double T, wetter, double T, biggest, double G, hottest, double T, wettest, double T. Question number 3. Grammar focus. Part A. Complete questions 1 to 4 with comparatives and questions 5 to 8 with superlatives. Then ask and answer the questions. In this exercise, from number 1 to number 4, use ER than, adjective ER than, or more adjective than. From 5 to 8, superlative. Comparison between one and group. Comparison between one and group. So, in the second part of the exercise, we'll make a comparison between one and group. So, you will put the adjective, EST, or the most plus adjective. One minute, try to answer alone. 1. Which country is Monaco or Vatican City? Small, small, smaller. Which country is smaller? Monaco or Vatican City? Smaller. 1. Smaller. 2. Which waterfall is Niagara Falls? High, ER, higher. Which waterfall is higher? Niagara Falls or Angel Falls? Which waterfall is higher? Niagara Falls or Angel Falls? 3. Which city is Hong Kong or Cairo? Crowded. 3. Which city is more crowded? More crowded. Hong Kong or Cairo? Number 3, more crowded. 4. Which lake is the Caspian Sea or Lake Superior? The Caspian Sea or Lake Superior. Which lake is larger? The Caspian Sea or Lake Superior. 5. Which is Mount? Which is the highest? Which is the highest? Mount means mountain, like Mount Everest. This is Mountain Everest. Mount Fuji, Mountain Fuji. 6. What is river in the world? The Nile or the Amazon? What is the longest? What is the longest river in the world? The Nile or the Amazon? 7. Which city is Tokyo, Moscow, or Hong Kong? Which city is the most expensive? Which city is the most expensive? Tokyo, Moscow, or Hong Kong? So 7, the most expensive. 8, what is ocean in the world? The Pacific or the Atlantic? So here you make comparison between two, but you talk about the whole world. There's the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean. So what is the deepest ocean in the world? What is the deepest ocean in the world? What is the deepest ocean in the world? The Pacific or the Atlantic? So number 8, the deepest. Number 7, the most expensive. Again the answers: 1, smaller. 2, higher. 3, more crowded. 4, larger. 5, the highest. 6, the longest. 7, the most expensive. 8, the deepest. B, class activity. Write 4 questions like those in part A about your country or other countries, then ask your questions around the class. So in number B here, you write a question, you make a question about your country, about Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates. Example, if I said, which city is more crowded, Cairo or Alex? Cairo is more crowded than Alex. Which country is larger, Egypt or Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia is larger than Egypt. Saudi Arabia more than 2 million kilometers. Egypt 1 million kilometers. The surface of Egypt is 1 million kilometers. Which country has the biggest number of population, Egypt or Saudi Arabia? Egypt. Egypt has the biggest number of population. In the Arab world, Egypt has the biggest number in the population. Egypt is the country number 1. Egypt is more crowded than Saudi Arabia. Egypt is more crowded than Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. Egypt is the most crowded country in the Arab world. Egypt is the most crowded country in the Arab world. What is the best city in Egypt? Marsa Matruh, Alexandria, or Sharm el-Sheikh? Sharm el-Sheikh is the best city in Egypt. Sharm el-Sheikh is the best city in Egypt.